Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a really exciting video. I just got in the Anastasia Subculture palette. If you tried to get it on launch day, you know like the website was crashing and it was really hard to get, but finally after like 30 minutes I was able to put it in my cart and check out. So it actually shipped really fast. I got it in like 2 days. And so I thought that was like super nice because even though they had problems with the website, I just got it like immediately. So I definitely want to get this video up for you guys so you guys can kind of get some inspiration for a look or kind of hear my thoughts on this palette, because I know right now people are saying like some crazy things about it. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? You know, just like all the buzz about it right now here on YouTube and Twitter. I've just been seeing all kinds of reviews on it, so I wanted to get mine up for you guys. So today I created this like green teal smoky eye look, and then I kind of give you my thoughts on it, kind of what I think about the colors and which colors I think, you know, could use some work and which ones I think are really nice. But overall I've really been liking this palette. I wanted to share with you guys this look I created. So if you're new here, please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to hear my thoughts and see this tutorial, then just keep watching. Okay, so we're just going to jump straight into the tutorial, and we're just going to be focused on the eyes today. I've already done my face makeup except for highlight, and then I have done my brows. So we're just going to jump straight into the eye look today, since we are going to be talking about the new Subculture palette. I have already dipped into it, kind of wanted to get my opinions on it before this video, because I've seen lots of negative things about it, and I kind of wanted to form my own opinion before I came on camera. So as you can see, they're pretty powdery, and we'll get into the review later, but I just kind of wanted to show you. That's me like barely dipping a brush into it, and they're pretty powdery. The first shade that we're going to be using today is Dawn, and I'll have an insert or picture somewhere on the screen of the colors I'm using, just so you can see what the color actually looks like. So they're pretty pigmented and pretty powdery, like I said, so you want to tap off the excess there before you go in, because they are super pigmented as well. So this is just going to be our transition shade, and we're going to bring this up pretty high today because I want this to be really blended out. So we're going to bring this color up pretty high for our transition shade, and we are bringing this all the way in the inner corner and up and out to the outer corner. And you do want to build up this color pretty intense because we are going to be going in with the darker blues and greens today, so we want to make sure that this color is still visible through the darker shades. Okay, and now I'm going in with Edge. It's just like a really nice yellow shade, mustardy yellow shade, and we're just going to lightly dust this over the top of Dawn. Okay, so now we're going to start bringing in those darker greens. So I'm going to start with Untamed on this pencil brush by Morphe. This is an M169, and we're going to start in the very inner corner right here. Like I said, these are super pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way, but they do blend out really nice. So we're just going to start building this color right here in the inner corner. We're kind of just mapping out where you want the color to go with this pencil brush, and then we're going to take a bigger fluffy brush and blend it all out. You just want to make sure you are tapping off the excess, because as you can tell, it's very pigmented and it could go wrong really fast. We're keeping it lower than the first two shades that we used because these are really super dark, so I don't want to look like I have a black eye, so just keep it a little bit lower so you can still see the orange and yellow tones peeking through up there. So now we're going to take this Morphe M502 brush, and with no product on it yet, and just start blending that out so it's not as harsh. And we'll go back with the pencil brush and build up that color on the outer corner again. Like I said, this look is just a lot of blending, so we're just going to go back and forth between these two brushes until you get the desired pigment and blend it out how you want. But we are doing kind of a half cut crease today, so as you can see, I'm bringing that color in at like a V shape, and we're leaving that inner part open because we're going to go in with a shimmer later. Okay, then with the same pencil brush, we're going to be going in with Axis, which is just like a deep teal color, and we're going to start building that up on the outer corner as well, just to bring in that really nice blue shade. So now I'm going to take this Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer in light one. It's just a concealer, any concealer will do, or glitter glue. But this we're going to use today, just kind of carve out that half cut crease. And I'm using this Morphe M224 brush. It's just like a flat, I think it's actually made for concealer, so it's perfect to cut out the crease. But we're just going to take this and only use like a little bit of it and just start mapping out where we want that really shimmery color to go. So when I'm mapping this out, I'm still leaving a little bit of the blue that we had put in the inner corner, just so it really carves out that crease. And now I'm going to take that really pretty green, it's called Electric, and we're just going to start patting this on where we put the concealer. Now I will say you have to build up this shade. It's not like super intense right off the bat. I don't know if it's just because of this brush, but I do find that it's kind of chunky and glittery, so you got to really build it up. But once you do, it's a pretty nice color. But you really just want to pat this color in and not like rub it across your eye, because I find that it kind of just falls everywhere. So you really just want to pat it where you want it to go. Okay, so now I'm mixing New Wave, which is an orangey shade, and then Edge, which is the mustard yellow. And I'm taking this Sigma Blending E36 brush. Start blending the two shadows together where the glittery green meets the teal, just so there's a nice gradient effect. And then we'll go back with that pencil brush with no extra product and just blend that too. Okay, so all I did was finish the other eye, and then I took this tissue piece of paper and I just took my finger like this and I just went like this, kind of like a makeup remover wipe, but I already have my foundation on, so I couldn't use like a makeup remover. So this is like a little trick to kind of sharpen up the edges. So that's all I did. As you can see, there really isn't any fallout. I haven't wiped anything away yet. There's just like a tiny bit of fallout from the green, so I'm just gonna take my setting brush and wipe that away. But really these shadows had no fallout, so I'm pretty impressed. The last step for the top of the lid, I'm going to go in with this shade called Cube, which is, it kind of has a pink shift in it. It's like a white with a pink shift, but I'm just going to put this in the inner corner. And this is a Morphe M421 brush, just like a tiny little flat brush. So it's like perfect for the inner corner. So we're just going to put it right here, and we're kind of going to bring it up to cut that crease out a little bit more. Just like a little bit, not too much, but just like right up here. Now I will say, out of all the shades I've tried, this one's not as pigmented. It's kind of more chalky, but it still is a really cool color. It's really different. Like I said, it has kind of that pink shift in it. So this is what it looks like for the top lids. I think it turned out really cool. As you guys know, I'm like super basic sometimes with my looks and do a lot of neutral looks, so I wanted to do something really different. And green eyeshadow is definitely really different for me, but I really like it, and it kind of, you know, brings out the creative side of me and makes me play with color. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and do the bottom lash line. I'm kind of going to repeat the same colors that we did. So I'm going to start with Dawn, the first transition shade that we used. And I just used the other end of this Anastasia brush I got in the Modern Renaissance palette. But this brush also comes in this palette as well. So I'm just kind of using a flat-sided brush, and we're just going to start smoking this out. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do wing eyeliner just to kind of finish off the look since we have that shape going. And I've been using the NYX matte liquid liner because it dries matte, and I think it just looks better with like these types of looks. Also, I'm going to use these lashes from Eylure. These are the Bronze Beauty lashes, and they're just like really fluttery and pretty. I'm going to be popping these on as well, and then I'll be right back to finish this video. So here's how it looks with the lashes and liner. I think this is like a really different look for me, like I said before. And then I put some Everglow highlight, the Ofra and Nikki Tutorials collaboration. And then for lips, I have on the Sephora Cream Stain in number 40, and I topped it off with the NYX Buttergloss in Madeline. And yeah, so this is kind of what I paired it with. Kind of more peachy toned lip because we do have the orange and yellow tones, so I thought it'd be pretty with that. But you could probably pair any nude with it. It'd be nice. Yeah, so this is kind of my take on the Subculture palette. Of course, I want to do another look and play around with the more purples and gold tones because y'all know that's kind of more me. But I just want to do something different first and kind of see what I can come up with. So now kind of my thoughts over it. as you can see, like I showed you in the beginning, like look at all that powder. I did have to blow on it a couple times to, you know, get the powder away so I could dip into some other colors. I don't know if you can see all that fly up, but I mean, honestly, they're so pigmented and they blend out really nice. The powderiness doesn't really bother me. I've seen lots of negative reviews where people like hated it because it was so powdery, but like honestly, that doesn't bother me that much. I am worried about maybe going through it a lot faster because they are so powdery. But they must be just like really finely milled or something. That's why they have so much kick up. But the pigment on these shadows is really nice, like really nice. So if you don't really care about the powderiness and you just want really pigmented shadows that blend out really nice, then I would say go ahead and go for it and pick it up. But if the powderiness bugs you and you're not really into these kinds of colors, then maybe pass on it. But you can create more basic looks with it. Like I just said, like the more purple tones and the bronze shade right here is definitely up my alley. And then they give you a nice fudge color, which you can buy this color in a single shadow. I'm not sure about the other ones. I'll have to look that up. But I know you can buy fudge because I have it. But I have some of her shadows like I just mentioned, and they're not as powdery as this. This palette is definitely more powdery than like the Modern Renaissance palette. I have the Mario palette, that one's not powdery, and then again, like I just said, I have her single shadows and they're not powdery either. So I'm not really sure if this was like formulated differently or what's up with it, but yes, they are powdery, like you've been seeing all over YouTube and Twitter and stuff. Yes, these shadows are really powdery. I really kind of enjoyed creating, you know, new looks. I knew I wanted to pick this palette up when it launched because it does have different colors that I don't have in my collection, like the super bright green that we use and like these teal colors. You know, I don't really have anything like that in my collection, maybe in some other palettes, but I just wanted something different. And I like Anastasia's shadows, so I definitely wanted to give it a try. I will say the shade that I found that I don't like so far kind of is this white shade. I mean, I did use it today as you saw, but it's kind of more just like chalky and not like as nice as the rest of the shadows. And I guess the only reason why I would use it is kind of like in the inner corner like I did today. So that's the only shadow I'm kind of like, I kind of just wish it was like a matte white shade to highlight the brow bone with. But other than that, I really like it so far, and again, I will definitely be using this again, maybe doing some more looks with it for you guys if you want to see that. Obviously, do your own research, watch other reviews, you know, kind of get your own opinion on if you think that you want to buy it or not. This is just my opinion. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.